This video was brought to you by NCIX. Great technology, selection, and service.
Hey there, YouTube universe. So I'm Matt with Hardware Canucks, and today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new device from Samsung. Well, actually, you know what? It's not that new right now. It's been out for a little bit, and to be completely honest, it's been reviewed by everybody, their mother, their cousin, and even, you know what, some of the little dogs that they keep on the side. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at this phone in a completely different light than what anybody else has actually done. It's a Super AMOLED 5.1-inch screen corner to corner and does have a really good camera. It's a 16 megapixel camera on the back, a 2 megapixel camera on the front, and like our friend Dimitri has said, it produces some pretty cool video with some excellent crispness. And let's take a look at it right now. Now, one of the new and innovative settings that you can get is basically the ability to unlock your phone using your fingerprint. This is really much, well, it's almost the exact same thing as what you can expect from getting the iPhone 5S. One thing that I dislike about it is that it doesn't work all the time. You have to swipe your finger in one specific way every single time to unlock the phone, and it's a great idea in theory, but putting it in practice, it's something that they need to work on. So some of the biggest features about this phone is the look of it, the design, the touch, and the feel. So what Samsung wanted us to experience when they designed this device is the metal feeling outside of the phone, as well as the leather backing that actually does have some positive feedback. A lot of people that have seen this phone and have reviewed this phone before us have taken a look at the backing and said that it does have some tactile, it does feel a little bit like leather. There are other people that said that it doesn't feel like leather and it's kind of cheap, but I personally like it, and it looks pretty good if you get it in white and maybe not so much in the Band-Aid edition. Now, if you're used to TouchWiz, you're not really gonna have that much of a different experience as what you've experienced on, let's say, the Galaxy S3 or the S4. The S5 really hasn't changed all that much in regards to UI design. But what has changed in the past little while is really the settings menu. So if you navigate to settings, they've added a whole lot of different options. So you have a lot of flexibility in what you want to choose through the icons. But one of the key features that not many people have focused on, and it's one of the big differentiators that Samsung really hasn't been hitting on since it launched a little while ago on the S4. That feature is Samsung S Health. So with this incredibly powerful device, and what I'm currently wearing on my wrist, which is the Galaxy 2 Neo, the Gear and Samsung S5 work together to really make S Health one of the most important applications that Samsung has ever released. So in order to go into a little bit more in depth into exactly what S Health does, and what it means to you as the consumer, I gotta go inside and get changed, so let's go. Now, let's test. So some of the most important features of the S5 is built into the application that they called S Health. What this application does is that it tracks how many steps you've taken, the quality of sleep, the calories you've burned, and also provides you applications that help track your sleep a little bit better and plan your workouts. But the biggest feature is that if you can join it with the Gear 2 Neo, this entire ecosystem becomes the actual and physical motivation that you need to improve your life and your overall fitness. So the watch itself has the ability that it can track exactly how many steps you're taking,
how far you're running, as well as your heart rate at any given moment using built-in accelerometers and sensors. One of the things that I have noticed about the heart rate monitor, however, is that I'm going to place this again. If you push it, the watch itself at least, up to the middle of your arm, or if you're talking or moving at all whatsoever, or even if you've built up a decent amount of sweat on your arm, the watch is going to have a really hard time picking up exactly what your heart rate is. The reasoning for that, at least for the sweat part, is that the liquid molecules actually interfere with the sensor reading the heart rate and the pulse of your blood. So right now it's saying that I have a heart rate of 0. If that was the case, I'd be dead. But that is one of the downfalls to this watch. It's not quite there yet, but the application of it is quite good for what you get. Now, it also has a sleep monitoring feature. The accelerometer is the key part to this entire equation, as it enables the watch to track exactly how you sleep. So whenever you move or you're active during sleep, it'll recognize the fact that you're up and moving and awake, and it'll count that as not restless or restless sleep. So you're moving around a lot. But if you stay stable, that counts as REM sleep, and the watch will realize that this is quality sleep. So in other words, it'll have the ability to track whether you move or not in sleep, and ultimately that'll tell you exactly how your fitness profile is and your sleep profile, so you can change habits, so not eating as late at night or maybe drinking more water. Who knows? There could be different options and lifestyle changes that you could make to help make your sleep better. It's not only a fitness-specific device when I talk about the Gear 2 Neo. It's actually a really integrated device as well, because it connects directly to your phone via Bluetooth, allowing you to control multiple different features. You can control the music when you play, you can skip back and forth between tracks, you can change the volume. It's actually got a built-in MP3 player as well too, so you can store some of that. It also lets you send and receive text messages and phone calls. So I'm actually gonna answer this. Hello?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, how's it going? I'm actually in the middle of shooting a video.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Talk to you later. One of the features of Tizen that everybody's been raving about is S Voice, which a lot of people have experienced with the Samsung Galaxy S4 and beyond, so you can dictate commands specific to the phone. Now, with S Voice, it allows you to do quite a few different features. I can dictate text messages. I can dictate, well, ask S Voice what the weather's going to be like. So let's actually test it out. What's the weather like in Toronto right now?
Today we have sunshine with a few clouds.
Sometimes, however, S Voice doesn't always get your command correct. So there is a really easy way to sync up your data without actually having it automatically sync for you every 3 hours or the intervals that you set. This is an integral part of the S Health application, as it allows you to sync up your data in real time. The easiest way to do it is, well, let's take a look at the watch first. I've done 6,700 steps, and so far, the S Health application says that I've done 6,684. Now, as you see down here at the bottom, quick and easy sync. It connects to the Gear 2 Neo and syncs up my steps. So far I've traveled 5.33 kilometers, which you kind of saw when I was running, walking, and quite a few things, and I've burnt almost 300 calories. So there also is a dashboard that you can access if you go to the menu, main screen, and it'll give you all the necessary information that you need, as well as the applications that you have access to. So steps, calories, and calories eaten, you can actually track how many calories you've intake, but that's through a diary mode, so you have to enter everything into the system. Track your sleep, workout. You have all the different exercises, heart rate monitors, and the ability you can add more apps. So depending on what's available through the Samsung App Store, not the Android App Store, but the Samsung App Store, you can download new and more amazing apps for the phone. If you go to your own personalized screen, you can take a look at what medals you've achieved, and these medals are based on achieving your own set goals, whether it's 50% of goal or full 100% of goal. And it will give you today's achievements, your last measurements in weight, as well as your heart rate.
So in conclusion, the S5 and the Gear 2 Neo together make a pretty potent package when it comes to using the application S Health. Basically, the positives of the application and really the two devices put together are the fact that it gives you trackable and accessible information based on your health. It's an affordable option in comparison to other fitness trackers that are basically just pedometers, and it gives you up-to-date information, including heart rate and the steps that you've taken. It also gives you distance and a few other things, but that's not really that much of a positive as it is, you know, just something you would expect. But if we take a look at the negatives, the heart rate monitor isn't exactly what we'd expect it to be. It doesn't give accurate readings if you have a little bit of a sweat. Also, if it's a little bit too tight to the skin, the heart rate monitor doesn't deliver the type of results that you would expect from, well, a heart rate monitor. As well, sometimes the step counter can be a little bit slow with tracking your steps, but it ends up catching up to itself. Voice input lags, but that's to be expected considering the fact it's using Tizen, and we're not really gonna put a high-end phone into the watch quite yet. Samsung has plans to do otherwise. But all in all, it's a really good device, and when you pair it with the S5 and use the S Health application, which is really what this video is all about, you're getting a pretty great series of applications and a really great group of devices that can help you live a better, healthier life. And really, that's exactly what Samsung had in mind. I do recommend it specifically for those who want to have that health benefit now. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more stylish or something that has a little bit more sensors, I'd recommend waiting until the next iteration or the newest devices come out from Samsung, or what's going to be coming from Motorola with the 360 or LG and the G Watch. All right guys, so I'm Matt for Hardware Canucks, and this has been our quick take on S Health, the Gear 2 Neo, and the S5, which is now in my pocket. And if you like more content like this, make sure you like the video and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. And guys, stay classy, universe. We'll see you in the next one.